Hello and welcome. My name is Eva Dunlap Lewis, and I'll be guiding you through your Communities Connect engagement platform training. Let's get started. Alrighty, hopefully we're all set up and ready to go. Just a few reminders before we get started. When I say Cubigo, I mean your Community Connect platform. When I say your Community Connect platform, I mean Cubigo. They are synonymous. I am using the White Sands Connect today on an iPad. So what you see on your screen may not exactly reflect what I see up here on my screen. As we know, what we see on our screen depends on the device that we're using. So things look different when we're using the iPhone and iPad version than they do when we're using the computer app, any web browser via Chrome or Safari, for example, or through the Android application. For this training, I'm going to be using the iPad application. I will be talking through the differences that you'll see if you are using the computer, Android, or browser version. I highly suggest, if this is your first time watching this lesson, you simply keep your eyes up here on my screen and watch what I'm doing. Does that sound like a plan? Okay, let's jump right in then. During this training and while in this section, we will do the following. We'll review the main page of help and what can be found there. And we'll learn how to search for answers to questions that we may have on Cubigo and our Community Connect platform. Let's start with reviewing the main page of help and what can be found there. Again, I am using the White Sands Connect to show you this. You will see your own Communities Connect homepage. And I'm showing you this on an iPad. So to get to the help section for iPhone and iPad users, we actually want to go to the profile, which is in the bottom right corner, pictured here. We tap profile. And once we're in profile, we can see the option for help right here, help. To find help on the computer, Android, or browser version, you want to go up to the menu across the top of your screen, right up there with home, news, notifications, then you should see help. So whatever device we're using, we start the same way by finding help and tapping it. Once we tap help, the screen changes. And here we are on the help page. On the very top of this page, we can see a search bar right here. We can scroll down and see all the different topics and cubes that we can get more information and help on. Let's practice using the help page. Let's say we need to get help figuring out how to change our password. And using that search bar by tapping the search bar And I'm going to type in how to change my password. And then hit enter or return on my keyboard. You'll see some top articles suggested here. We have the knowledge base. These are all of our search results. If one of those looks like it's relevant to your question, then we can click on it or tap on it. In this case, I have password, how to change your password. This looks promising. I'm going to click this link and I'm taken to a page for how to change your password. Open your profile to access your personal settings. To change your password, click or tap the pencil icon next to password. Now this looks great because there are pictures, there's arrows, there's text. It's really walking us through visually how to solve the problem that we were looking to solve. But when we're looking to change a password, there's two real examples. Either we want to change a password and we're already in our Cubigo or Community Connect account. In that instance, we might just want to change our password because it's old and it's time. We like to change our passwords frequently or at least once a year for security reasons. So maybe we see that it's time to change our password. If you have access to your Cubigo and Community Connect account, you can use these steps to change your password. But what if we don't have access? Well, we can scroll down this page and we have the option for reset your password right here. In case you forgot your password, you can reset it on the login page by clicking on Forgot Your Password. When requesting a reset password, the user will receive an email with a link where he or she can enter a new password. So it's giving you the answer on how to reset your password. You'll see it on the login page when you're trying to get in. You'll click on where it says forgot your password. It even shows us a picture of it right here. To leave this page, I can scroll back up and hit the back arrow in the top left corner. This returns me to the knowledge base with all of the results from that search I typed in for how to change my password. I can hit the back arrow again, and I'm back to the main page of help. Let's try another question. To get back to the main page of help, let's say we want to learn how to remove yourself from an activity that you've signed up for. Since this is an activity, it makes sense to scroll down and look for a box labeled activities. I'm going to scroll down and here, look, activities. With the activities cube, you can get an overview of the activities that are organized in your community. Here you ... Let's see what this one is about. I'm going to click it or tap it. And we see a list of overview articles and administrator articles. Residents are not administrators, so you guys can ignore these. These are just for your team members. I'm going to keep an eye on the overview articles pictured here on the left. Here are some options: overview of the cube, how to sign up for an activity, how to sign up for an activity from a tablet, how to see which activities you've signed up for, how to see which activities you've signed up for on a tablet, how to unsubscribe from an activity. That's probably the one that we want. It looks like they might use a different word than us. They say unsubscribe instead of remove ourselves from. If you were looking for something else, you could hit where it says see all 8 articles right here. And it shows us Zoom, how to join a Zoom activity from a laptop, Zoom, how to join a Zoom activity from a tablet. Those are also some how-tos on the activity cube that we can find here. But let's go back to solving our other issue. We wanted to know how to remove ourselves from an activity. I would choose activities, how to unsubscribe from an activity from this list. And it gets me to this page which describes how I can solve this problem. But before we get into this, I think it's important to review how we got here. So I'm going to start all over again. To get out of this page, I'm going to hit done in the top left. And I'm taken back into the Cubigo application. I'm still in my profile. I'm going to go home by hitting home in my menu. All right, starting from the beginning. If we want to view the help page, the process is different depending on the device that we're using. For iPhone and iPad users, we have to go to Profile at the bottom of the screen. And then we can see the option for help right here. For computer, Android, and browser users, help is always a visible option in the top right. So our first step is always to tap help. But for iPhone and iPad users, you guys have to hit your profile first to find help. We tap help, the screen changes, and it takes us to the main help page, where we can either search by a keyword or a topic in the search bar. We could type it in up here, or we can just review all of these various help topics down here. In my second example, I was looking for how to remove myself from an activity. So I look for the activities section right here. I click it or tap it. And then I look through this list right here, looking for my problem. This one best fits my problem. Activities, how to unsubscribe from an activity. I click it, and then it shows me the answer to my problem, that I can read through this. It even shows me how to do it on a tablet. It's a very helpful page. I would keep an eye on this. To go back, I'm going to scroll back to the top and hit the back arrow in the top left. I'll hit it again to get back to the home page of help. And there's one more really important piece that I want to show you here on this page. We can scroll down and look for printable guides. If we tap on printable guides, we're going to be given two options: team member guides. That's not for us. We want the resident guides. We have resident guides and one-pagers. Let's see what the one-pagers are all about. I tap on one-pagers, and these are all downloadable or viewable printable attachments that help us with certain items. So we could view and comment on the news feed. We can click this, and it shows us this helpful one-page document that we can print out so that we can learn how to view and comment on the news feed. I'll hit the back arrow to get out of it. Let's take a look at another one. How about downloading on iOS? So this would be downloading the Cubigo app on an iPhone. If I wanted to learn to do that, I would click this. And then I have the helpful one-page document on how to download and access Cubigo on iOS, which is the operating system for iPhones and iPads. I'll go back with my back arrow in the top left. Let's try one more. Place a maintenance request. I can click this, and I'm taken into that section to read about how to place a maintenance request. This is a one-page document. I can scroll through it. And if I wanted to print this, I actually can from an iPhone or an iPad. I can also print it from the computer using the print icon in the top right. Looks like a little printer. But I'm going to explain it on the iPhone, iPad version because it's not very intuitive. To print this from an iPhone or an iPad, you need to have a printer, and it needs to be a wireless printer, so it's connected to your Wi-Fi network. If you have that, you can go up to the share icon in the top right. It looks just like this little box with an arrow coming out of it. We click or tap that icon and then scroll down, and we should see the option right here to print. We hit print, and next to printer we would see the option of our printer appear. I don't own a printer, so nothing's going to come up. When we were ready, we would hit print. I'm going to hit cancel. To get out of this page, we'll just hit the back arrow. We'll hit the back arrow again, a third time for the back arrow, and we get back to the home page of help. I highly recommend that you explore this section anytime that you need help. Of course, your team members are definitely there to help you and guide you through using Cubigo and Community Connect. And I hope that my training videos are helpful as well. But this can be a huge asset when getting to know the platform. If you're using the computer, Android, or browser version, to get out of this page, just hit home in your menu. But if you're using an iPhone or an iPad like me, then you'll hit done in the top left. You'll be taken back to your profile, and now you can hit home in the menu in the bottom left. Thank you so much for watching. Please rewatch if you need to, and feel free to follow along. Practice makes perfect, and enjoy using your Community Connect.